is somebody at a football game walking around with one of those Theragun therapy things? He just handed one off right here. The kid with his back to us has got it in his right hand. It's one of those vibrating Theraguns. Why would you have that at a football game? All right. Time to get going. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to East Lincoln High School. It's the Lincoln County playoff game of the week. Tonight, the Ashe County Huskies come down out of the mountains to take on the East Lincoln Mustangs in a first round of the North Carolina High School 3A West playoffs. East Lincoln comes into the game with the 4th seed. That means they'll be playing Ashe County, which should be the 29th seed. It's like the NCAA tournament. All the seeds have to add up to 33 in the first round. So Ashe comes in with a 3-7 record. 1-4 in their conference. They were 5th place, but that's in a 16 3A, 4A mixed conference. So that's an improvement over the 1-8 record, 0-5 in conference that they posted last season. Ashe County's head coach is Brian Hampton. He's in his 11th year at the school. He's also an assistant principal up there. Has a record of 62-61. And the best season was 2014, where they went 11-3 and made it to the second round of the playoffs before being eliminated by Monroe back in 2A at that point. Monroe's very good at eliminating a lot of people. Monroe's been very good for a long time. Coming into the game, Ashe County averages 33 points per game. But if you've got a 3-7 record scoring that many points, it's because you're giving up 44 points a game. Now, this is going to be a totally different game than what you see from last week. Last week we had North Lincoln option, wing tee set up, throws the ball rarely. Ashe County is an air raid team. They're going to come in here. It's going to look like Tennessee, Mississippi State, anybody that just chucks the ball around the lot all the time. They throw it almost 40 times per game. And they have 4,000 yards offense this season. You have that much offense, you would think you'd have a better record than 3-7, but they don't seem to be able to stop anybody. The two teams do have one common opponent this year. East Lincoln, in their first game of the season, beat High Brighton 36-8. High Brighton is in the conference with Ashe County, and High Brighton beat Ashe County 63-40. That may be a preview of the score we see tonight. That was back on October 7th. So they do have one common opponent. East beat High Brighton. High Brighton beat Ashe County. So on paper, I would say East Lincoln should be heavily favored. So what we'll do is we're going to take a commercial break here, 2-minute timeout, and then we'll be back with some key players to watch and our pregame coach interview with head coach of the Mustangs, David Lubowitz. So we'll be back in 2 minutes on the Lincoln County playoff game of the week.
It's time to take charge with the new Volkswagen ID.4 EV from Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. It's the first electric SUV for everyone. Classic Volkswagen is a Carfax top-rated dealer and the winner of the 2022 Consumer Satisfaction Award. You can even buy online. And be sure to check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit the website at classicvwgastonia.com. But better yet, drop by soon. 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. That's Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Now through October, mention this radio ad and you can save on a one-time maintenance special from Rye Heating and Air in Lincoln. This program is regular $135, but now through October is just $75. Don't wait till it breaks. Get a preventive maintenance today to ensure your system is in safe working condition for the long winter season. Also, take 10% off all air purification products and smart thermostats. Again, mention this radio ad and save at Rye Heating and Air. Call 980-389-0008 or visit the website at ryeheatingandair.com.
What's the best way to explain the golf at Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden? It's world-class golf for the working class. Yes, golf is never better than it is at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden, with special programs for seniors, men, ladies, and juniors, plus a driving range, banquet facilities, and a swimming pool, picnic area, and more. For your tee time or other questions, call 828-428-2451. The Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road in Maiden. It's world class for the working class.
Back on the Stadium pregame show, as always, brought to you tonight by Bean Brothers Hardware of Lincolnton. Taking a look at some of the key players to watch, and that is brought to you by Key Builders of Lincolnton. Let's start with Ashe County. Ashe County's got about 4 players that cover everything as far as offense is concerned. They have one leading rusher, and I mean leading by a ton. Matthew Peterson, 150 carries, 1,187 yards, and 17 touchdowns. Amazingly, he has more yards than the team because the rest of the team has rushed for negative 81 yards combined. So Peterson with 1,187 on the ground, 17 touchdowns. Now, we said that he's about the only one that runs well. The rest of the time, Ashe County is throwing the ball. And leading the charge for them is Blake Peters, 211 completions on 331 attempts, 2,500 yards, 25 touchdowns. So they've thrown for 29-46 as a team because his younger brother, Bryce Peters, is a freshman quarterback and came into a couple games and threw for some touchdowns as well. The weapons for Peters in the passing game, leading them in receiving, Colin Estes, 78 catches in 10 games. I'd like to know how many times he was targeted if he caught 78. But he's got 1,074 yards, 1,000-yard receiver, 12 touchdowns. Then Peterson out of the backfield, they throw to him a lot on swing passes, screens, that sort of thing. 59 catches, 594 yards, and 11 touchdowns. So between Peterson and Estes, you've got 40 touchdowns. And then you can throw in Ian Graybeal, 46 catches, 3 touchdowns, and 3 other receivers who have at least double-digit receptions on the season. So 211 just for Blake Peters, completion-wise. They're throwing it all over the place. On defense, the big player for them is Bryant Blevins. He's number 59. He's got 152 tackles this season, 3 for but only 3 for loss. I would think with that many tackles, you would think he'd get behind the line of scrimmage a few more times, but he hasn't.
Yeah.
So the team has 2 interceptions and 8 fumbles recovered, and we have no information on their special teams. There was nothing online that I could find on that. So as far as their kickers and punters, we'll find out as we go.
Fill that out as we play, will we?
All right, and then over for East Lincoln. Okay, for East Lincoln, their key players, it's the same ones we've seen. This is the 4th game we've done for East Lincoln this season. You know who they are. First of all, you've got the 1-2-3 connection. Tyler Mazzell, number 1, the quarterback. Number 2, Keandre Walker, wide receiver. And number 3, Markel Clark, who will play tonight. He got sandwiched last week and stayed out of the game because he had a headache. It's just a precaution. He was fine the next morning, but he's got a nice big Band-Aid. His helmet cut him on his cheek.
That's
And
unfortunate.
But you know what they say, chicks dig scars, so he'll be all set once that Band-Aid comes off.
Yeah, I'd still rather have my helmet tight.
Well, the way he got sandwiched, I'm not sure it was ever going to be tight enough.
Not a normal hit, huh?
No, it was not. So Mazzell, 64% completion rate, 135 of 211 attempts, 1,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. His targets, Markel Clark, 46 catches, 14 touchdowns. Keandre Walker, 30 catches, 4 touchdowns. And then Jackson Beam, who I don't remember getting targeted with a pass last week, but then the way North Lincoln was defending, they were saying, you're not going to throw it. And so East Lincoln said, fine, we'll run it. Zell and Chris Daly did a great job. And then, so Beam has 27 catches, and Riley Shropshire comes in with 21 as well. On the rushing side, best rusher for them is Chris Daly. The sophomore has really come on and done a great job for them this year. 1,078 yards and 14 touchdowns. And then Mazzell himself has carried 72 times for almost 500 yards, and that total is going to get dragged down because anytime he gets sacked, that's going to go against his rushing total. But 10 touchdowns and a long one of 49 yards, so he's got some definite speed when he gets out in open space. Defensively, everybody who's watched East Lincoln this year knows about Ben Cutter. Cutter, the commit to West Virginia, has 115 tackles, 7 for loss. And then last week we called Aiden Terrell's name quite a bit, and also Marcel Johnson got in the backfield. He had 7 tackles for loss against North Lincoln. He was very disruptive in the backfield. And then you've got Parker Davis. He's got 73 tackles as well. So it's a very robust defense for North Lincoln. Helmut Rojas does the kicking on the extra points. 39 of 44. He was perfect, 4 of 4 last week. And Rojas is also on the soccer team. He got a goal last night in their playoff game against South Point. They beat South Point 3-2, so they advance on to the next round. And we'll do a little wrap-up. There's been a lot of action in Lincoln County sports the last couple of weeks with playoffs, different sports. We'll do a little bit of wrap-up on that at halftime. But the East Lincoln soccer team, they will host St. Stephen's next Monday. So if you're in the area of Denver, there'll be a great soccer matchup, 3rd round, here at East Lincoln on Monday night. So those are some of the key players of the game. Again, that's brought to you by Key Builders of Lincolnton. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout, and then we'll come back and have the interview with Coach Lubowitz. So another 2-minute timeout, and you're listening to the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger, and we mean a whole lot bigger. They have just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts, too. One big dealer under one big roof, plus a complete parts and service department. Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk off I-85 in Lowell, online at ncfullthrottle.com, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
They're everywhere. Your yard, your kitchen, your bedroom. Invading your home and property, spreading disease, and destroying everything in their path. If you don't act, they'll multiply, crawling ever closer to you and your family. The only thing they fear is the web. Nealon Cole Termite and Pest Control. Call today for their new service special and save $25. Bugs, beware of the web.
Since 1919, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Lincoln County and surrounding area. And today they continue to serve this area and beyond with quality fuels and outstanding service. In addition to fuel oil, they also carry all kinds of lubricants, from hydraulic fluid to automatic transmission fluid to farm lubricants, plus diesel fuel, home heating oil, and kerosene. That's Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call 704-735-2508 and online at nesbitoil.com. Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include 4-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Oh, that looks real steady. Back here at East Lincoln on the Stadium Pre-Game Show, brought to you by Bean Brothers Hardware of Lincolnton. So, during the week, as we always have, we have done an interview with the Lincoln County coach coming into the game, and tonight, once again, we have East Lincoln head coach David Lubowitz joining us on the Stadium Pre-Game Show. So, enjoy that, and we'll be back after the interview concludes.
Now joining us on the Stadium Pre-Game Show, brought to you by Bean Brothers Hardware of Lincolnton, is the coach of the East Lincoln Mustangs, David Lubowitz. Coach, you've got your conference championship. How does it feel to win it?
Yeah, oh, God, we were excited. The kids were excited. You know, we talked all week long about how long it's been, 7 years since we won a conference championship. So, I mean, it was just great to do. We did it at home, and we had a great crowd. And, you know, everything was just, I guess, exactly how you'd want it to play out.
Had a little trouble getting started, but then the offense got going in the second and third quarter. A little more running than passing for you in that game against North Lincoln.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of teams have seen how we pass the ball, so they kind of sat two safeties over the top and played a lot of man on the outside, so, you know, gave us a running box. And, you know, Tyler Mazzell and his abilities, not just throwing the ball, but running the ball, really shined, because you can account for the running back the way they were kind of playing it. You can't account for the quarterback, and he got loose a couple times, had over 100 yards, and then you know, Chris Deuce Daly is just, he's been having a great sophomore season.
So next up is the first round of the state playoffs. You come in as the 4th seed, so if you keep winning, you're guaranteed 3 home games. Your first opponent is Ashe County, and I don't think they could be much more different from North Lincoln.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Talk about going from one extreme to the other. Ashe County just throws it all over the lot every play.
Yeah. So, you know, last week when we were preparing, did a lot of inside run stuff, and we made sure we were, you know, D-line wise, you know, sitting and taking out double teams, making sure we were reading with linebackers, and we were really concerned with, you know, the run, obviously. So we spent a lot of time on it this week. We're spending a lot more time with the DBs, recognizing routes and formations. You know, things they like to do. Yeah, you couldn't. That's what felt great about high school football. We're all playing the same game, but it looks so much different depending on the spin that teams put on it.
So Ashe County comes in. They score a lot of points and they give up a lot of points. This could be an awfully long football game.
I talked about that with Coach Beam, our OC. He likes to sling it around too. And gosh, probably about 10 years ago, we had a game against Hopewell. We went 61-59, and I think I was walking the gate at about midnight. So I said, now, you know, we do have a good running back. Don't forget about him, because I could see the same thing you're talking about. You know, them throwing a lot, them scoring a lot, us throwing a lot, us scoring a lot, that clock not ticking off. So it could make for a long night, absolutely.
So what are some of the things you have to do differently to prepare for a team that, I mean, just throws it all over the place? They're almost at 3,000 yards passing. They're throwing it 38 times a game. I guess they're running a spread kind of offense.
Yeah, I mean, he considers himself, I believe his name's Christopher. I actually went to one of his air raid clinics a couple of years back. He's one of these air raid guys that, you know, doesn't have a ton of plays, but he runs them out of a ton of different formations. And there's always options off of options, and he always has a way to manipulate a defense. So it's just we're just focusing on, out of this formation, we're going to line up. Out of this formation, who's doing this? Can we mix up man and zone? Can we play, can we give them one look and then take that look away pre-snap or post-snap? Just trying to confuse the quarterback, essentially, because he's got a lot of pre-snap stuff he's got to read, then he's got a lot of post-snap stuff he's got to read. So if we can move around a little bit and give him different looks, I think we'll be in pretty decent shape.
Does it help your defense, the fact that they face your offense in practice all the time?
Yeah, very similar. When we were watching their film, we were calling up the plays because it's the offense that we run. That's what we call this. That's what we call this. So this week in practice, it's been pretty easy for our scout team to just run at us and, instead of looking at a card, say, hey, line up and trips right and run mesh. And they know what that is. So it's been easier that way. Now, it's going to be a test on us because they do pass so much. So our DBs, who haven't really been tested much this year, are going to be winded. They're going to be running around a lot. So we're making sure we've got 4, 5, 6 people ready to kind of cover, because we expect them to be slinging it all over the yard, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 6 guys that have caught double-digit passes. The leader is Colin Estes. 78 catches in 10 games for 12 touchdowns. The running back, the only one they have that can gain yardage, Matthew Peterson, he's caught a bunch of passes as well. Between them, they've got, oh my goodness, 40 touchdowns.
Yeah. The running back 28, the Peterson kid, is really good. He reminds us of the kid we had a couple of years ago. I mean, he's a really solid running back. Not super big, not small, but not super big, and just real shifty. The hole will be in one spot, and he'll jump cut over to it. So he's really good, but they don't just run him. They like to throw him the ball, too. So he's going to be a difficult chore. And then the 80 kid, the Estes kid, he looks deceivingly fast. Like, he doesn't look on film like he's going to be that fast, but then when you watch him, he's just blowing by people. He returns kicks for obviously just a great athlete. So we're definitely going to, ID where 80 and 28 are for sure.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. But they've got some weapons all over the place, especially in the passing game. So, good luck with that.
Thanks.
Okay, before we wrap up here, one fun question. Since we've done so many of these, I thought I'd throw this out here. We're recording this on Wednesday night for the people that are listening. So, which would you rather have? Which would you rather do? Win the state championship this year or have the winning $1.2 billion Powerball ticket?
Today, you're the second person. I would rather win a state championship than win the $1.2 billion. I know it's a crazy answer because I could do anything I wanted with that $1.2 billion, but I'm already doing what I want to do. I've got the greatest life. With my family, I love my little house. I love this team. So I would rather win a state championship than go and win $1.2 billion.
Well, Coach, thank you again for joining us on the Brothers Hardware of Lincoln. And good luck in your game tonight.
Thank you, David.
The big new Skag mowers have arrived at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln. It's the best commercial and residential mower on the market today. Nothing mows like a Skag. And also check out 44 feet of Diablo saw blades in stock, along with Marshalltown concrete tools and Redbird irrigation products and repair. Commercial pricing available, plus military and first responder discounts at the all-new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrothershardware.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278.
That's why I looked at that like, oh God, we might be here 3.5 hours.
It seems to be pretty decent for their defense. They give up a lot of yards rush.
We also give up a lot of points.
Yeah. I know.
44 a game.
Yeah, but I noticed against what they had almost 400 or 500 yards rush.
Yeah. They've had some games where they actually rushed it pretty well. Most of the time, they're just
This game, referee is David Williams, umpire Andy Rhodes, linesman Darren Hayes, line judge is Derek Rogers, and the back judge is Jimmy Martin. Captain tonight for the Huskies.
Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include 4-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Back now in the booth at East Lincoln. Thank Coach Lubowitz for his time during the week. Record that interview with us. Captains are out on the field for both teams. Ashe County will get the ball first, and they will be going from left to right. So we're only a couple minutes away from kickoff here. Definite difference in the size, just looking at the size of the captains for each team. East Lincoln's were quite a bit bigger. We'll have to see if they can use that to their advantage. So there are some other games around the area tonight. Let's see. West Lincoln is going all the way up into the mountains to play Hendersonville.
Stand up, be proud, and get loud.
Lincolnton.
Friday night football in Mustang country.
Some of the other games around the area. Maiden will be hosting. They're at home tonight. Lincolnton is on the road. So those are the three teams from Lincoln County that are in the playoffs. East Lincoln is home. West Lincoln and Lincolnton are out on the road.
Don't let me try that again. Well, apologies.
Some other, yeah, Lincolnton is at Randleman. I couldn't exactly remember where it was. The Wolves are 5-5. Polk County comes down Highway 74 and then makes their way to Maiden. They'll be taking on Chris Culliver, Ben Gibbs, and the Maiden Blue Devils, who can put some points on the board. Ashe County's here. Cherryville is at Robbinsville. Burns is hosting Moorhead, and Shelby is at Forest Hills. That could be a very interesting game. Forest Hills may be the higher seed, but Shelby might probably be the better team. So it'd be interesting to see if they can go down there and win that on the road. They played in such a tough non-conference schedule.
Yeah.
Their conference schedule, other than Burns, was not good. Highland Tech, Bessemer City, I mean, those teams were just overmatched against Shelby.
Have to look outside the conference for competition now.
Yeah, and you just never know on when you get to playing other leagues like that, how that one league stacks up against another. So we're about ready here. The teams are on the field again. We said Ashe County will get the ball first. So back to receive is 28 Matthew Peterson and number 80 Colin Estes. Those are the two players we were telling you about before the game that have combined for 40 touchdowns. And Chris Milletta will be kicking off He did some of the kickoffs last week in the North Lincoln game. Helmet Rojas might be a little sore after playing in a soccer game last night, but he will kick the extra points. So here we are, and we're ready to go. Milletta, low bouncing kick, picked up at the 14-yard line. Peterson
Found a little seam.
found a hole. Good return up the middle. I'm sorry, it was Estes on that one. So he gets from the 14 out to the 45-yard line, a 31-yard return.
Yeah,
and it'd be good.
Last man to get him was the last man to get him.
Yeah, because he had worked through most of the defense. Was it the kicker?
No.
That's usually the last person.
I think it was Shropshire brought him down.
Okay. So here we go, the air raid offense. 4 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. That'll really spread out the East Lincoln defense. Peters, hands off. It's Peterson. He goes over the right side, a little bit of dancing. He gets out to the 48-yard line, gain of 3. Tackle by number 22, Parker Davis.
He's stopped by number 22, Parker Davis.
The Huskies do not huddle. They're up at the line, but now we have a stoppage here. Parker Davis, who is in on the tackle, appears to be shaken up. And they're helping him off the field. He's holding his shoulder. Does not want to move it. So he comes out, and it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Huskies. Snap is fumbled by Peters, and then he gets snowed under in the backfield.
Well, it bounced right back up to him. Got lucky there.
He's fortunate. Marcel Johnson with yet another tackle for loss. We called that a lot last week, too. So it's back to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, 15 to go now.
Loss of 9 on that play. Again, the Huskies do not huddle. They just get in a formation, look over the sideline, and get the play that way. So 4 wide receivers, 1 player in the backfield. Man in motion. Peters back to pass. Throws. It's caught. Ian Graybeal catches a short pass over the middle and gets lit up. Ben Cutter.
Not full. Saw it coming the whole way.
So Cutter with a tackle. Gain of none. Yeah, no gain on that one.
No gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 16 for the Huskies at their own 39-yard line.
So now into punt for the Huskies, Bryant Blevins. Back deep, Walker and Clark. Not a very good kick, a wobbly kick that barely gets across midfield.
Yeah, I think
bounces around, but pretty much sideways. Gets a couple extra yards.
15-yard punt, maybe. Barely got a first down out of that punt.
Oh, come on. It was 16 yards. Don't shortchange him.
Got a good bounce.
Yes, he did. He got those extra 2 yards there. So good field position for the Mustangs. They'll take over at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Their first possession coming up.
Effectively set the tone. That was a tough first drive for Ashe County.
They didn't help themselves fumbling that one play. That put them way behind the sticks.
There goes that opening possession.
Mizell, hands off to Daly, up the middle, and that one's gummed up pretty well by the defense.
There's nowhere
he
to run,
might
no
have gotten a yard.
No holes, no seams, not even a crack.
Okay, by number 8, Deuce Daly.
So he does get a gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9. And East Lincoln does the same thing that Ashe County does. They just pretty much go back to their alignment and then look over to Coach Matt Beam, the offensive coordinator, for the play. Zell back, quick out to Walker on the left flat. He beats one guy. He's down the sideline, and he's gone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Keandre Walker takes a 2-yard pass and turns it into a 55-yard touchdown down the left sideline. So that is a Gates auction of Lincolnton touchdown, and it's 6-0 Mustangs on the second play from scrimmage. Play clock on the What's Up Shopper point after touchdown is now down to 7. They're going to go for it. Mazzell takes a snap, beats one man, and walks into the end zone. So the 2-point conversion is good. And on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's East Lincoln 8, Ashe County 0. We'll be back after the 60-second timeout on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
The big new Skag mowers have arrived at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln. It's the best commercial and residential mower on the market today. Nothing mows like a Skag. And also check out 44 feet of Diablo saw blades in stock, along with Marshalltown concrete tools and Redbird irrigation products and repair. Commercial pricing available, plus military and first responder discounts at the all-new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrothershardware.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278.
Back at East Lincoln, the Mustangs have kicked off. Chris Milletta kicked it into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 20-yard line. Man in motion, Peters, shovel pass up to Peterson. He works his way through the line, now comes back towards the other sideline. A lot of running for 5 yards. Marcel Johnson with the tackle.
Peters' pass was complete to number 28, Matthew Peterson. Brought down by number 24, Marcel Johnson.
So that does count as a pass. However, it was more of a running play because it was right up the middle. And it'll be 2nd and 5 for Ashe County. Hand off to Peterson. He's hit in the backfield. He's going to lose yardage on that play. 4 orange shirts for East Lincoln around the ball, and it'll be a loss of 2.
Okay, by number 28, Matthew Peterson. He's brought down by number 58, Blake Bradford.
So Bradford with the tackle. And it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Huskies.
Little tighter formation for the Huskies. Swing pass to Peterson out of the backfield. He gets some yardage, but he's slung out of bounds on the near sideline by Aiden Terrell. Good pursuit by Terrell after the back Peterson. Gain of 2 on that, and it's going to be 4th and 5. I do not see a punter on yet for Ashe County. 4th and 5 at their own 25, and they're going to go for it. I guess they got nothing to lose.
They try to draw them off.
That's the only thing I can figure. Play clock already down to
ball.
Play clock already down to 7. Now they're going to run a play. Pass out of the backfield, another swing pass to Peterson. He avoids the tackle and does get out over the 30-yard line, so it is a 1st down. The gamble pays off for the Huskies.
Would not have done that this early, but hey.
Well, you're already down 8-0, and you really didn't do much on your first possession. I don't know if I would have had the confidence to think, oh yeah, we haven't done anything yet, but we will now. So some substitutions for East Lincoln. Things have gotten squared away. And we've got a timeout for Ashe County. A little confusion on their side as well. So they're going to take a quick timeout here on first down. Ball on the 33. So they get the first. Turner Hauser Insurance first down of the game. Well, I think they would have gotten credited for a first down on the touchdown pass for East Lincoln because they would have gone past the chain. So I do think they get credited for a first down. But I'm not sure.
Thanks, sir.
I may teach statistics, but I don't know how football statistics always works. So it'll be 1st and 10 after the 8-yard gain on 4th and 5 in their own end. And it'll be Huskies up to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion. Peters back to pass. He's being chased in the backfield, and he's brought down, sacked. Diego Niera blew through the line pretty quickly. Peters did not have a lot of time to set up. He tried to look downfield, but all he could see was big Diego Niera blocking his vision, eventually making the sack.
Well, they're really spreading it out here.
Loss of 13 on the play.
Be a handoff.
Peters back to pass again. Lineman comes in, gets in his face, but he completes it to Peterson. Peterson works his way around the left side.
Fumbled it out of bounds. Picked up 6, maybe even 7 yards first.
So he gets run out of bounds on the left side.
He's a screen. All that other was just to draw the defense over there.
Well, they sure drew a couple of them in there because they were in Peters' grill pretty quickly. So it'll be 3rd and 17 after the gain of 6 on that play. Three wide receivers to the right, one coming back in motion.
All they did was get back some of the sack yardage. Still looking at
pass over the middle, complete. It's Estes. He is met immediately by Aiden Terrell. Terrell's done a good job on pass coverage already today. Sticking with the wide receiver he's assigned to very well. So gain of about 3 on that play, but it'll be 4th and 13, and this time the Huskies will punt. So in to punt is number 9, Andrew Minerva. Or I'm sorry, 59, Bryant Blevins. Back are Walker and Clark for East Lincoln. And again, another wobbly short kick. This one doesn't even get to midfield and is downed at the Ashe County 46-yard line. So another 16-yard punt. That could be another reason they give up a lot of points. Field position is not good.
Just thinking it. Not sure if I should say it or not, but yeah, they give up a lot of points here to the Ashe County team. And the battle of field position could be a big part of that reason because they put up plenty of points, but just don't score quite enough to keep the opponents out of the win column.
Yeah, 33 points a game, and they're 3 and 7. Mazzell has got a long pass downfield. He's got Walker. Walker, it bounces off his hands up in the air, and he pulls it in for the touchdown. So a 46-yard touchdown pass. We've got a flag down in the end zone. So we'll have to see what the penalty is. It's a Gates auction touchdown. He just signaled delay of game. He had crossed arms, so the initial signal was delay of game. I'm not sure what that's about, but the points are on the board and they're staying there. It's 14-0. East Lincoln with a What's Up Shopper conversion yet to come.
It was penalty marker on the play.
When he threw the ball away from the red. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
We have a delay of game call, go against the Mustangs.
So they call it delay of game, but they're going to go ahead and kick the extra point now at the balls at the 7-yard line. Helmet Rojas on to kick. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it's wide to the right, so the conversion is no good. With 5:11 on the scoreboard to go in the first quarter, it's East Lincoln 14, Ashe County 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that matter to their employees, customers, and neighbors. Over the years, United Bank has grown in size, but their community focus has not changed. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. United Bank, member FDIC. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com.
Back at East Lincoln, the Mustangs have kicked off after their second touchdown. Chris Milletta with a low line drive. It bounced past Colin Estes. He had to backtrack to the 6-yard line and pick it up. By the time he got to it, East Lincoln had good coverage, and they only get a 2-yard return, so it's 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. Handoff. It's to Peterson. He goes over the left side. Not much there. In fact, he may have lost some yardage on that play. Diego Niera with another tackle, this time for a 3-yard loss. So loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13 in the shadow of their own goalpost. Peters stands in the end zone, takes a snap, looks, quick throw out to the left, maybe 4 yards. It's tough to see. That may have been Estes on the reception. Ben Cutter with a tackle. And they get back to the original line of scrimmage, the 8-yard line. So 3rd and 10 from the 8-yard line. Peters back to pass again. He's in his own end zone, swings it out. Swings it out to Peterson. Peterson catches it around the end zone, gets a couple of yards, but then he's tackled by Aiden Terrell again. Again, doing a good job defensively on pass coverage. So a loss of 5 on that play. It'll be 4th down and 14 from their own 4-yard line. Blevins just inside the end line, takes the snap, kicks, and that may not have made it out of the end zone. It did not make it out of the end zone. One of the defenders for East Lincoln caught it in the air in the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for the Mustangs. There's something you don't see every day. Marcel Johnson with a touchdown by simply catching the punt that didn't get out of the end zone. That was strange. So the Gates auction touchdown on the pop-up. Mazzell fumbles the conversion. It's fallen on by Ashe County, and it's no good. So with 3:08 to go in the first quarter, it's Mustangs 20, Huskies 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that matter to their employees, customers, and neighbors. Over the years, United Bank has grown in size, but their community focus has not changed. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. United Bank, member FDIC. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com.
So after one of the strangest touchdowns you'll ever see, Chris Milletta kicks off for the Mustangs, hits it into the end zone on one hop. And again, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Huskies at the 20-yard line. Again, they were at their own 4-yard line. Bryant Blevins back to punt for the Huskies, kicked it straight up, didn't even get it out of the end zone. Marcel Johnson almost could have called fair catch on it, but he caught it in the end zone, didn't have to run anywhere. Touchdown Mustangs. So it's 20-0 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. The Huskies now with their 4th possession and not much to show for it. Peterson over the left side, gets a few yards before he's brought down. So gain of 3 for Peterson. It'll be 2nd and 7. Who have only made 1 first down this game so far on 4 possessions. Swing pass to Peterson out of the backfield. He goes over towards the left sideline, forced out of bounds. Cutter ranging from side to side makes the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 3. So offside against East Lincoln. One of their secondary defenders came up to do press coverage at the line of scrimmage, but came across the line. So the 5-yard penalty will give the Turner Hauser Insurance first down to the Huskies of Ashe County. Their 2nd first down of the game. So 1st and 10, ball on the 33-yard line. Working off the left hash. Motion across the formation and another flag. False start against the Huskies. So the 5 yards they just got for offside is now going to be returned. So 1st and 15. 4 wide receivers again. Peters looks, quick pass over the middle. It's deflected and intercepted. Picked off by Ben Cutter. Cutter goes down the left sideline and works his way inside the 10-yard line. The pass went off the hands of the Huskies receiver. Popped up in the air, and Cutter was Johnny on the spot to pull it in. About a 25-yard return down to the 9-yard line. So we still have a minute 17 to go in the first quarter. It's already 20-0. And the Mustangs are knocking at the door. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Cutter. Fake to him. Mazzell goes around the right side.
Block him right in the back.
We're going to have Mazzell gets into the end zone, but a very obvious holding call on Keandre Walker is what sprung Mazzell around the corner. It was a good-looking setup. Most of the East Lincoln offense was flowing to the left. Mazzell went back to the right. Had Walker out in front blocking. Unfortunately, he grabbed a bunch of jersey. That'll negate the touchdown and bring it back to the 20-yard line. So first and goal from the 20. One minute to go in the first quarter. Mazzell. Daly in the backfield, fakes to him. Mazzell looks downfield, throws. He's looking for Jackson Beam. Makes a circus catch. That was unbelievable. He was draped over the defender, catches it, comes off the defender, keeps his feet, and runs into the end zone. 20-yard touchdown catch. That was phenomenal.
I've never seen anything quite like that.
That's about the third thing tonight we've said. We haven't seen anything like that. This has been a crazy game already, but all of it in East Lincoln's favor. So a Gates auction touchdown for the Mustangs. It's 26-0, and Helmet Rojas will be on to attempt the What's Up Shopper conversion. That was a catch you had to see to believe. Snap, hold. This time Rojas hits it hard and true. And with 34 seconds to go in the first quarter, on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's East Lincoln 27, Huskies 0. We'll keep it here as they've been kicking off pretty quickly, and we've got the quarter break coming up. So again, Beam jumped over the defender, reached over, draped over the top of him, catches the ball, manages to get off the defender, keep his feet, and run in the end zone. So we've seen a fair catch, punt, touchdown. We've seen that phenomenal catch by Jackson Beam. He wasn't targeted that I can remember last week, but the first ball thrown to him tonight, 20-yard touchdown. So another very short, quick scoring drive for the night for the Mustangs. I still got last week's game on my mind. Chris Milletta will kick off. Peterson and Estes back for the Huskies.
4 touchdowns here in the first quarter.
Long kick over the head of Estes, lands in the end zone. So again, another touchback. Milletta doing a good job. That's his third touchback. He's already kicked off 5 times tonight. The opening kickoff and after the 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of the kickoffs. Rojas had a playoff soccer game last night. So I noticed when he was kicking in pregame, he seemed a little sore. So he may just be doing extra points and field goals. So 1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 20 again. Peters back to pass. Quick swing pass he's got. Ian Graybeal. But as soon as Graybeal makes the catch, he's hit by
Peters' pass was complete. To number 7, Ian Graybeal. He's off by number 84,
Shariah Sherrills. I had to wait to see that, how that one was pronounced.
Pick up a 3 on the play, brings that 2nd and 7.
So gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Huskies again in their own end of the field, not great field position. Quick pass. It's got it. Ryder Phipps, number 5. So he catches the ball, gain of another 3, and that is the end of the first quarter with a score East Lincoln 27, Ashe County 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home. Stop in and see us here at First Federal Savings Bank today. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
About to begin the second quarter. All of the action has been down to our left. Ashe County has not been able to get out of their own end, and their punting has been so bad that East Lincoln has had great field position. Starting at their own 44 was their worst start so far. 3rd and 5. Handoff over the right side. Peterson looked to be gaining yardage until Ben Cutter came up with a perfect form tackle and drove him backwards. No gain on the play. It looked like he was gaining yardage just because East Lincoln had such good penetration into the backfield. It looked like he got past the line of scrimmage when he hadn't. So no gain for Peterson. And it's 4th and 5 in their own end, and they're down 27. What the heck? Let's go for it, says Coach Harmon. Peters throws a pass. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage, so it's unable to get it out to Ian Graybeal. Pass falls incomplete. East Lincoln takes over with great field position again on the plus side of the field at the 25-yard line. So we're looking at another short drive here for the Mustangs. Now we know, after seeing their punter, why they go for it on 4th down.
Yeah. A couple different punters, actually.
Neither very successful.
Just don't have anybody in the crowd over there that can kick one. Not uncommon in high school.
Mazzell hands off to Daly. Daly around the right side. Finds an opening, gets over the 20-yard line. Peterson with a tackle for Ashe County. No, I'm sorry, that's not Peterson. Actually, it is. It's Luke Peterson. There's 27, Luke Peterson, 28, Matthew Peterson. So right name, wrong person. Gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Four wide receivers for East Lincoln. Daly in the backfield. Mazzell keeps it after the fake. He's got open room. He's over the 10, the 5. Touchdown, East Lincoln. Tyler Mazzell with a 17-yard touchdown. And the route is on. The Mustangs now ahead 33-0. Awaiting the What's Up Shopper extra point.
Picking up where they left off here in the second.
So this looks like they'll go for the conversion here. I don't see Rojas on the field. They seem to be alternating kicks and 2-pointers. So Mazzell out Quick pass, throws it in the corner, throws it over Keandre Walker. Too tall for him. So the What's Up Shopper conversion is no good. Mazzell on the 17-yard Gates Auction touchdown run. It's 33-0, and we still have 10.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Looking at the stats coming into the game, you had Ashe County's prolific offense and East Lincoln's stingy defense. You wondered which one was going to win. The answer is the East Lincoln defense. So taking a look at some scores around the area, Burns has jumped out to a 22-0 lead over Moorhead. Shelby leads Forest Hills 10-0. Kings Mountain 28-0 over St. Stephen's. South Point and Hickory tied up at 7 apiece in the 3A playoffs. Bunker Hill leads East Davidson 6-0, and Maiden with a 7-0 lead over Polk County. Those are the scores we have so far. And again, Maletta kicks off. High kick, caught at the 2-yard line, returns straight up the middle, gets over the 20-yard line to about the 24. So a 22-yard return for Peterson on the play. 1st and 10 for the Huskies. This is already their 6th possession of the game, and they might have 30 yards offense. Might. I don't know if I've ever seen a running clock in the second quarter.
They turn it over another time or two.
Or just the 3 and outs they've had. Hand off to Peterson over the right side. A little room there. He gets across the 25-yard line to the 26. Sherrills on the tackle for East Lincoln. 2nd and 8. Motion back to the formation. Peters back to pass, throws, swings it out of the backfield. Looks to be Peterson on the far sideline. Slips out of the tackle initially, but then is brought down. Shropshire on the tackle for the Mustangs.
Number 28, Matthew Peterson. Brought down by number 5, Riley Shropshire.
Short gain there, gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Huskies. Trying to see if they can get another first down by moving the ball and not by penalty. Clock at 5. Snap to Peters, looks, throws over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by number 7, Hampton Good. Good, jump the route. It was a short slant pattern over the middle. Hampton Good jumps the route, picks it off, and returns it down to the 20-yard line. Just inside the 20, they're in the red zone at the 19. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs, again on the plus side of the field.
Threw that one right to him.
Good play by Good. I didn't even realize that. Good play by Good. Jumping the route, picks it off. Mustangs are in business again. Cutter takes the handoff, goes around the left side, finds an opening, works his way forward. Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. Ben Cutter in the game as a running back. Chris Daly was leading the way for him this time. Normally it's Cutter blocking for Daly. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Ball on the 13-yard line. And a timeout is called by East Lincoln. The play clock was down to 2, and they were not ready to go. So we'll stay here as we seem to be getting in plenty of time for commercials between touchdowns. So we'll stay here because East Lincoln does have the ball, and chances are they will score quickly. We've only played 16 minutes of football. They already have 5 touchdowns, and they're looking at their 6th here very shortly. Teams are back on the field. 8:05 to go, second quarter. Mustangs ahead 33-0. And knocking on the door. Cutter into the backfield. Daly takes the ball, runs up middle. It's wide open. 10-5, touchdown. This is why we didn't go to commercial. They came right out of the timeout. Chris Daly takes the ball and runs up the middle for another Gates auction touchdown for the Mustangs. 13-yard touchdown. And it's now 39-0. Again, they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Quick snap over to Markel Clark. The formation is, they put the offensive line way to the left, except for the center and quarterback who are over in the middle of the field. Long snap over to Clark. Conversion is good. And is now 41-0 Mustangs. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln County playoff game of the week.
It's time to take charge with the new Volkswagen ID.4 EV from Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. It's the first electric SUV for everyone. Classic Volkswagen is a Carfax top-rated dealer and the winner of the 2022 Consumer Satisfaction Award. You can even buy online. And be sure to check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit the website at classicvwgastonia.com. But better yet, drop by soon. 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. That's Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
Kickoff for Chris Milletta, whose leg must be getting tired already at this point. A low driving kick, bounced along the ground to the 14-yard line. Colin Estes returns it to the 30. This may be the best field position of the night for the Huskies. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Trailing by a bunch. Back to pass, it's a screen. Passes to Peterson. Matthew Peterson catches it. Goes over the right side, gets out to the 35-yard line for a gain of 5 yards. Another tackle for Ben Cutter. Peters calls for the ball, snap. Back, throws. He's got a receiver downfield. It's Ian Graybeal. Graybeal catches it at the 50-yard line. Avoids a tackle. Eventually brought down by Riley Shropshire. But for the first time tonight, the Huskies have made it across midfield. So a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for Ashe County. They're now at the Mustang 45. Peters again back to pass, looks downfield, it's intercepted, and it's It's Hampton Good again. Good drops back in coverage right in front of the receiver. Peters hits him right in the hands with a pass. His second interception of the night. He returns it for 17 yards. So the threat for the Huskies where they first got across midfield is snuffed out by another Hampton Good interception. First and 10 for the Mustangs at the 43 of Ashe County. The score here, and we're going to have a running clock in the second quarter, and we still have 6.5 minutes to go. This game has been all Mustangs from the start. Mazzell back to pass. He's got a receiver downfield. He's open, but the ball is just a bit overthrown. Pass was intended for number 14, Landon Gleason. Just out of his reach. He had his defender beat, but it falls incomplete inside the 10-yard line. Second and 10. Mazzell, quick out. He's got Markel Clark. Not much there. Quick swing pass out to Clark towards the right sideline. Good defense by Luke Osborne. And that will go for a gain of 1. So 3rd and 9. Clock stopped at 6:24. Clark going out of bounds. Lineman for Ashe County nearly jumped but got back. 2 on the play clock. Snap. Mazzell has all night. Now he's going to run it. Follows his blocker, Chris Daly. Then steps out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. Be a Gates auction first down for the Mustangs.
He's run out of bounds by number 75, Elijah Langston.
And I called it a little quick. He got to the 34. It'll be 4th and 1. Need to throw a penalty marker on the announcer.
4th and 1 for the Mustangs at the Huskies 34-yard line.
4th and 1. Coach Beam and Lubowitz feel comfortable going for it as they only hold a 41-point lead. Hand off to Cutter, up the middle, first down. Breaks a tackle, works his way to the 29-yard line. So that will be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Mustangs this time.
You got that and then some.
I knew you'd get it. I just got ahead of myself. Well, that's my story. I'm going to stick to it. That's what I'm going to claim anyway. First and 10, 29-yard line. Mazzell, quick out. He's got Beam out on the left side. Beam gets around a tackle, gets dragged out of bounds near the first down marker. Tackle made by Luke Peterson, number 27. Beam, who had the circus catch on the touchdown early in the game, now gets another reception, 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Hand off to Daly up the middle. He's got room. Bowls over defender. Ran over Bryant Blevins. Blevins loses his helmet and will have to go off the field. But it's another Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Mustangs. Clock rolling with 5:15 to go in the first half. Hand off to Daly again up the middle. Looks to get across the 10-yard line. Quick snap there by the Mustangs, trying to catch the Huskies unready. With Blevins out of the game. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6, ball at the 8-yard line. Two wide receivers each side. Mazzell hands off to Daly. Daly plows into the back of the line. Short pickup there. Well, he ran into the back of the line and gained 3 yards. So a good push by the East Lincoln offensive line. They had moved the pile 3 yards downfield. Hand off to Daly again. He stood up in the backfield, but then runs over the defender, Elijah Langseth. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage, but forced Langseth to fall over backwards. And it's going to be 4th and short, about half a yard. Mustangs going for it again. Handoff. Fumble by Mazzell. They're not going to get it. Mazzell fumbled the snap. Tried to recover it.
Ashe actually recovered it.
At that point, it really didn't matter whether Mazzell or Ashe County made the recovery. They were not going to make the 4th down. And so for the first time tonight, the Mustangs have been stopped on an offensive possession. So it's 1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 5-yard line. They had a bad field position like this before, and it didn't work out well. Handoff to Peterson up the middle. Good-sized hole. Breaks the tackle. Gets out to the 15-yard line. He'll be close to the 1st down. Tackled by Aiden Terrell.
He's stopped by number 55, Aiden Terrell.
2nd and 2.
Brings up a 2nd and 1 for the Huskies.
Flag down before the snap can be made. Looks to be motion. False start on the Huskies, so that'll back them up 5 yards. Looking at some scores around the area in the opening round of the playoffs. Some serious mismatches in the area. Kings Mountain leads St. Stephen's 42-0. Forest View and Tuscola tied at 7. South Point leads Hickory 14-7. Hickory putting up a pretty good battle so far. 2nd and 6. Peters back, throws out in the flat. He's got a receiver. They have the 1st down. Passes to Ian Graybeal. Again, Aiden Terrell on the tackle in coverage. Creston Statesville tied at 7. Maiden leads Polk County 14-7. So 1st and 10 for the Huskies at the 19. Peters back to pass. They let the line through, kind of a screen. Peterson's got it over in the right side. Gets close to the 1st down. Tackled by Ben Cutter. They let the line come through. Peters dumps it over the top to Peterson. And a good gain on the play of 9. We've got an injured player for the Huskies in front of their bench. Looks to be Peterson. So we have an official timeout here. We'll take a timeout, 60 seconds, and be back on the Lincoln County Game of the Week.
Now through October, mention this radio ad and you can save on a one-time maintenance special from Rye Heating and Air in Lincoln. This program is regular $135, but now through October is just $75. Don't wait till it breaks. Get a preventive maintenance today to ensure your system is in safe working condition for the long winter season. Also, take 10% off all air purification products and smart thermostats. Again, mention this radio ad and save at Rye Heating and Air. Call 980-389-0008 or visit the website at ryeheatingandair.com.
What's the best way to explain the golf at Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden? It's world-class golf for the working class. Yes, golf is never better than it is at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden, with special programs for seniors, men, ladies, and juniors, plus a driving range, banquet facilities, and a swimming pool, picnic area, and more. For your tee time or other questions, call 828-428-2451. The Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road in Maiden. It's world class for the working class.
Huskies were able to get Matthew Peterson off the field, their running back.
That was number 20. Carried down.
So the carry on that one was Luke Osborne. He loses 2 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 3 for the Huskies. Minute 23 to go in the first half. Quick pass to Estes in the left flat. He gets out to the 30-yard line. That's going to be close to the first down. It will depend on spot. Coverage by Hampton Good and Jalen Roseborough. And it will be a first down as the ball is just over the 29-yard line. Signal is a first down. Clock rolling. Minute 10 to go in the half. Huskies trailing by 41. Peters back to pass. Throws out in the flat. It's too high for his running back, Luke Peterson. And falls harmlessly incomplete. That stops the clock with 53 seconds left in the half. Currently 41-0 in the Lincoln, or the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. East Lincoln having their way with Ashe County. Scored on every possession but one. Moving across the formation, Peters back to pass. He's under pressure, throws it away into the turf. We've got a penalty marker, though, thrown by the umpire in the middle of the field. Ryder Phipps was the intended receiver, but the pass was about 7 yards short of him. Looks to be a penalty, though, more in the middle of the field. Phipps was over towards the left sideline. So pass interference. I don't know if it was on the intended receiver or in the middle of the field. I don't think the umpire was looking out towards where the pass went. He was looking somewhere else. Number 85, which we don't have a number for, was impeded on the play. So it'll be a first down for the Huskies at the 44-yard line, 49 seconds to go. Peters fields a low snap, rolls out to the right. It's under pressure, flushed out left. Throws back across the field to the left.
Peters' pass was incomplete. Intended for number 85 for the Huskies. Number 14, Landon Gleason on the coverage for the Mustangs.
Pass intended for number 85. We do not know who that is. There is no number 85 on our roster. So second down, 41 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Huskies have only been across midfield once tonight. That ended quickly with a Hampton Good interception. Peters back to pass, under pressure, throws. Pass is intended for Colin Estes. Broken up by Hampton Good again. We're starting to get several candidates for defensive player. Cutter, Hampton Good. Aiden Terrell's made some tackles. Marcel Johnson's been in the backfield most of the night. A lot of candidates for defensive player of the game, which we'll give out afterwards. Peters in the shotgun, 3rd and 10. He's under pressure. Johnson gets through to him quickly. He's forced to throw it away to the left sideline. Marcel Johnson just walked right into the backfield. If he was blocked, he wasn't blocked for long. Peters has to throw it away, and it's 4th and 10. And again, with all these incompletions, it stops the clock. We still have 32 seconds in the half. Huskies are going for it. They need to get to the 46-yard line at East Lincoln for a first down. Johnson comes up the middle again. Pass is thrown, caught by mystery number 85. And he's short. They only mark him to about the 47.5-yard line. He will be short of the first down. And the ball will go over on possession. On downs to East Lincoln. 23 seconds to go in the half. East Lincoln will get the kickoff to open the second half. So we'll see what they do here, whether they just go to the victory formation, if they're going to try and get a score. Line up like they're going to go for it. Mazzell back to pass. He's got room, breaks up the middle, a lot of open green grass. Breaks to the sideline, out of bounds at the 37-yard line. First down for the Mustangs, 15 seconds left. Mazzell was ushered out of bounds by Upchurch for the Huskies. More of an escort than a tackle. He was escorted out of bounds. Daly in motion, empty backfield, passes, swing pass to Daly out on the left. He gets down to the 30-yard line. He's short of the first down, so the Mustangs will take a timeout with 7 seconds to go. So the ball's on the 30. 7 seconds to go. As was pointed out up here, it'd be a 47-yard field goal attempt. And Rojas looked a bit sore from the soccer game last night in pregame warm-ups. He made one extra point, missed another one. The made extra point had pretty good leg to it. Rojas is on the sidelines, and the offense is now out on the field. Three wide receivers to the right. Clark, Beam, and Shropshire, but only 2 defenders up close. So Mazzell rolls out to the right, looking downfield, throws. He's got Jackson Beam. He catches it, gets out of bounds with 1 second left. Great play call there. Mazzell rolls out, hits Jackson Beam. He gets out of bounds. First down, stops the clock. And now they'll bring on Rojas for a 30-yard field goal attempt with 1 second left. Mazzell will hold. Snap, hold, kick is up. And he drills it through. So that'll end the first half. Rojas with the What's Up Shopper 30-yard field goal. And we're now at the half. It's East Lincoln 44, Huskies 0. We're going to take a 4-minute timeout, get some stats around, and come back on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger, and we mean a whole lot bigger. They have just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts, too. One big dealer under one big roof, plus a complete parts and service department. Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk up I-85 in Lowell, online at ncfullthrottle.com, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
They're everywhere. Your yard, your kitchen, your bedroom. Invading your home and property, spreading disease, and destroying everything in their path. If you don't act, they'll multiply, crawling ever closer to you and your family. The only thing they fear is the web. Nealon Coal Termite and Pest Control. Call today for their new service special and save $25. Bugs, beware of the web.
Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include four-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Looking for a great deal on a pre-owned vehicle? Check with Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. This month, get 3.99% APR financing for 60 months on certified pre-owned vehicles. That's right, only 3.99% APR financing for 60 months. Come see the selection today. And you can now lease the new 2022 Volkswagen Taos for only $389 a month. Come on in for all the details at Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia, 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard, or visit them online at classicvwgastonia.com.
They're everywhere. Your yard, your kitchen, your bedroom. Invading your home and property, spreading disease, and destroying everything in their path. If you don't act, they'll multiply, crawling ever closer to you and your family. The only thing they fear is the web. Nealon Coal Termite and Pest Control. Call today for their new service special and save $25. Bugs, beware of the web.
The big new Skag mowers have arrived at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln. It's the best commercial and residential mower on the market today. Nothing mows like a Skag. And also check out 44 feet of Diablo saw blades in stock, along with Marshalltown concrete tools and Redbird irrigation products and repair. Commercial pricing available, plus military and first responder discounts at the all-new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrothershardware.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
What's the best way to explain the golf at Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden? It's world-class golf for the working class. Yes, golf is never better than it is at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden, with special programs for seniors, men, ladies, and juniors, plus a driving range, banquet facilities, and a swimming pool, picnic area, and more. For your tee time or other questions, call 828-428-2451. The Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road in Maiden. It's world class for the working class.
It's back, the Cleveland County Fair, September 29th through October 9th, packed with entertainment including 2 big demolition derbies, October 1st and 8th. Ride Off for Rides will be there with 6 new rides, including The Beast. Shows include Hot Diggity Dog, Act Monsters Chainsaw, Renee Riddle, ventriloquist comedian and singer Sylvia Fletcher, the Victoria Circus, and more. Go online and get your advanced all-day armbands for just $20. The 2022 Cleveland County Fair, September 29th through October 9th. For more information, go online at clevelandcountyfair.com.
Looking for your dream home? Look to Gates Realty and Auction in Lincoln. Robert Gates can help make your dreams come true. Robert has over 30 years combined real estate and auction experience and is licensed in North Carolina. Visit their website at gatesauction.com and check out the latest listings available. We're sure there's one for you and your family. Gates Realty and Auction. Call 866-735-1977 and let Robert Gates help make your dreams come true.
Sold America.
Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger, and we mean a whole lot bigger. They have just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts too. One big dealer under one big roof, plus a complete parts and service department. Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk off I-85 in Lowell, online at ncfullthrottle.com and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
They've had a turnover on downs, a couple pass interceptions by Hampton Good, a touchdown on a punt where they didn't have to return it. Marcel Johnson caught it in the end zone. It was such a lousy punt.
Yeah, I forgot about that fluky touchdown. Didn't really show on the stats. Just got caught there in the end zone.
It was a return of 0 yards.
Uh-huh.
That's the first touchdown I've seen on a punt return of 0 yards.
Yep, 0-yard touchdown.
So it's 7 minutes to go in the halftime here. We'll take another 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back here with the Lincoln County Game of the Week.
The big new Skag mowers have arrived at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln. It's the best commercial and residential mower on the market today. Nothing mows like a Skag. And also check out 44 feet of Diablo saw blades in stock, along with Marshalltown concrete tools and Redbird irrigation products and repair. Commercial pricing available, plus military and first responder discounts at the all-new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrothershardware.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that matter to their employees, customers, and neighbors. Over the years, United Bank has grown in size, but their community focus has not changed. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. United Bank, member FDIC. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com.
Shelby leads 10-0, but that seems to be first quarter. That's the old score. Burns 43-0. They're almost as bad as this game. 42-0. Oops. I bet we're back. Yep. Looking around at some of the other scores, some of the scores of interest, Hendersonville has taken a lead over West Lincoln 15-7 going into halftime. They scored with just a few seconds left in the half. The extra point and point conversion, so 7-7 tie is now a 15-7 lead for Hendersonville. Maiden has a 27-20 lead over Polk County. That's quite a contest so far. And Lincoln leads Randleman 21-14 going into the second quarter. Randleman did down to the Lincoln 21-yard line, shooting it over on downs late in the half. Shelby 10-0 lead on Fort Hill. You thought Shelby would go down there and do a good job. Against Forest Hills on the road, Bang Stevens. Trey Kingstown 42-0. East Gaston 14-7 lead. First team lead to have Community School of Davidson. And game over in Huntersville at CSE. Southwood is now taking the lead down. And they lead Hickory 21-13 at halftime. Bunker Hill doing whatever they want to do against East Davidson. They're ahead 27-0 at halftime. So those are the scores we have at halftime. We have a lot of youngsters out of the stands throwing footballs around the field.
Bigs up there. No upset and blowout. More head, no source, no 44 near the east.
That's what you get in the first round playoffs, especially when you have 36 teams on the side of the bracket eating last.
Some more came out on the other side of that.
Stevens and student.
Sure enough. Well, so I opted out of that game. Had all better game last game of the season.
And it's added to all the injury they had during the season. So that's more push. A lot of arguments you can make both ways, but sometimes players will not make the best decisions. I know there's a lot of people saying they should play regardless. There's a lot of people saying it wasn't safe. I don't know. That's a decision teams have to make. Let's take a look at some of the things. There are other Lincoln County sports that are in the postseason here. It's been a busy time here the last couple of weeks. As we mentioned during the game, East Lincoln soccer, men's soccer team advanced to the third round with a 3-2 win over the 13th seeded South Point. Blake Austin with 2 goals. Helmut Rojas, kicker for the Knights, added a goal. He's getting a couple extra points tonight, but he hasn't done much more than that. 90 minutes of soccer or whatever they play in high school. I think it's 80 minutes. That will wear you out pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of runs.
Most, especially the midfielders, some of them will go 6-7 miles in a game. So, and then tennis. Had good representation in tennis. Lincoln did well in the 2A. Over in the 3A side, East Lincoln made it to the third round of the team playoffs. They were finally eliminated by Franklin 5-1. Former conference member Lake Norman Charter has made it. Team that knocked out North Lincoln has made it up to the state championship. They will play for the title tomorrow up in Raleigh. In individuals last Friday, North Lincoln's Emma Carter and East Lincoln's Carson Sink, granddaughter of longtime East Lincoln PA announcer Jim Cherry. Both won their first round matches but were defeated in the second round. And then cross country is wrapping up tomorrow. North Lincoln will try and extend their string of state titles. Boys are going for the 6th straight state championship. Girls for the 3rd. Macy Parks and Stephen Fernetti are among the favorites for the individual titles. Mackenzie Benfield of East Lincoln will compete as an individual. She was one of the top 7 not on a team qualified, so she's going to states tomorrow. The 3A and 1A cross-country meets are in the afternoon tomorrow up at Abbey Redmond Park in Kernersville. On the 2A side, Catherine Hopkins of Lincolnton is the top seed in the girls' race. She's one of the favorites to win the state championship. Catherine missed most of the last cross-country season with injury, but came back and did well in the spring track, finishing second in the 1,600 meters in the 2A state championships. Chandler Sneed of Lincolnton and Andy Ain of West Lincoln will compete in the boys' race as individuals.
That's my brother's name.
It's
not him, though.
Andy doesn't run?
No. Sorry, not in high school anymore.
Yeah, volleyball state title matches tomorrow. Conference member here, North Iredell, is in the final. They'll play J.H. Rose for the championship. North Iredell has not lost a set the entire state tournament. They have beaten everybody 3-0.
That's impressive.
I believe they've won one recently as well. So they're really good. North Lincoln and East Lincoln were both eliminated in the second round, won their first round matches, and lost in the second round. And finally, women's golf. Reese Coltrane of West Lincoln finished 3rd in the 1A, 2A tournament. So a good all-state finish for Reese Coltrane. West Lincoln's had good success here lately with women's golf, winning the state championship 2 years ago. A couple of players went on to play college golf, one at Mars Hill, and I forget where the other one went. And then in the 3A tournament, conference champion East Lincoln qualified for state, played at the Longwood Golf Course in Pinehurst, and they finished 6th place. So they finished for the lead Mustangs in golf after winning the conference championship in the regular season. And if that is not enough, winter sport began practices last Monday. Remember?
Nope.
So that's a wrap up of what's going on around Lincoln County here the last couple of weeks. Fall sports, for the most part, wrapping up their playoffs. Everybody will be done except football after tomorrow. Teams are back on the field. East Lincoln loosening up. Ashe County on their sideline. 12 minutes on the clock, but it will be a running clock. And for the first time tonight, Ashe County will kick off.
They got the kicking department here.
If it's like the punt and
I try an onside.
Playing some good music here. You got players on the sideline for East Lincoln and even out at the 50-yard line dancing away to it, hands are swaying. Yeah, you're up 44? Why not?
Molly Cyrus will do that to a crowd.
Oh, is that who that is? I'm showing my age. I had no idea who that was.
The young crowd.
The lesser
Cyrus.
talented of the Cyrus family. That will start an argument.
It's on the genre.
And as we kind of speculated, East Lincoln's expecting an onside kick. Blake Peters, at quarterback, is going to kick off, and it is an onside kick.
Didn't go 10 yards.
It didn't go 10 yards, but was touched.
East Lincoln got it anyway.
East Lincoln recovers. Good call there, Jason. Based on the way they kicked in the punting game.
They figured it out once he teed the ball up all weird. Wasn't a bad onside attempt.
No, got that nice high bounce you want. It just didn't go 10 yards. And Easton has it right on the midfield stripe.
Definitely rolling end over end.
So while they were getting all that in place, another 30 seconds ran off the clock. as we do have the running clock. 1st and 10 Mustangs, midfield. Handoff up the middle. Chris. That is not Chris Daly. Virgil Bingham.
20.
Number 81, Virgil Bingham with a carry. I think we'll be seeing a lot of different players here this half. Game of 3. As they're now in Husky territory at the 47. Four wide receivers, Bingham in the backfield. Hand off to Bingham. Darts around the right side. Turns it upfield. He's got an opening. Works his way just short of the 30-yard line. So it will be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Mustangs. Three wide receivers in a triangle on the right side. Hand off to Bingham up the middle. He's got an opening. Darts around one tackle. Gets down to the 22-yard line.
It's all Bingham in the second half.
Nothing wrong with Chris Daly, but when you're up 44, put some other players in the game, get them some experience.
I've seen Bingham have some.
Hand off to Bingham again up the middle. He's got enough for the first down across the 20-yard line into the red zone.
That's how you turn it off.
Okay, number 81, Virgil Bingham. Talking about number 75, Elijah Blankstaff. Bingham's running to get the Mustangs a 1st and 10. At the Huskies' 18-yard line.
So an equipment issue. A couple players had to go off for East Lincoln. L.J. Forney goes. So we've got 4, 5, and 6 all lined up on the right side. Hand off to Bingham up the middle. Mustangs are content to just run the ball, and they're doing a good job of it. Virgil Bingham coming in and carrying the load.
Okay, by number 81, Virgil Bingham. Talking about number 72, Caleb Blackburn.
Good yards in bunches there.
Pick up a 4 on
5
the
and
carry,
8.
2nd and 6 for the Mustangs.
Just 4 on that play, but it's only second down and 6.
Just 4. That'll get it done.
Just
3 of
4
those.
works. Zell, quick out pass. He's got Markel Clark in the right flat. Clark is escorted out of bounds at the 12-yard line, not the 22-yard line.
Number 27, Luke Peterson.
Luke Peterson with the force out of bounds. Gain of 3 on the play, 3rd and 3, third quarter. Running clock, 7.5 minutes to go. First possession, East Lincoln moving the ball. Hand off to Bingham up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another one. Good struggle there as he works his way down to the 5-yard line. And that'll be 1st and goal for the Mustangs from the 5, except for a penalty marker. Dead ball foul against each team. That'll offset, so the ball will stay at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Mustangs. Trying to get to what Barry Switzer always said about hanging half 100.
To be 1st and goal, Mustangs at the Huskies' 5-yard line.
Bingham in the backfield to the right of Mizell. Triple wide receivers. Slings it back over here. He's got Riley Shropshire in the flat, and he's able to take it in the end zone. It's a Gates Auction touchdown yet again for the Mustangs. So a 5-yard touchdown pass to Riley Shropshire, who wears number 5. And it's 50-0. Mustangs with a What's Up Shopper conversion to come. Rojas in to kick. Snap, hold, kick is up. And Rojas pounds it through, so the conversion is good. And with 6 minutes to go, it's 51 for the Mustangs, 0 for the Huskies. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Lincoln County Game of the Week.
The big new Skag mowers have arrived at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln. It's the best commercial and residential mower on the market today. Nothing mows like a Skag. And also check out 44 feet of Diablo saw blades in stock, along with Marshalltown concrete tools and Redbird irrigation products and repair. Commercial pricing available, plus military and first responder discounts at the all-new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrothershardware.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278.
East Lincoln is kicked off again. The 9th time in the game that Chris Milletta has already kicked off. Hardest working man in special teams tonight.
Yep.
He's going to have a sore leg by the end of the game. So he kicks off. Huskies return it to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. And about the only drama we have left in the game is, will it be a shutout? Now, offside on the Mustangs. It'll be a free 5 for Ashe County. It'll be 1st and 5 from the 35-yard line. Three wide receivers to the left. Peters back to pass. Quick throw in the middle. Caught by number 85, our mystery receiver.
Oh, God, Dillard. Bound to be Dillard. Maybe not, though. He's only in the 9th grade.
So gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 1. 2 and 2 to each side. Quick throw. He's got Estes in the left flat. Goes around a block thrown by Ryder Phipps. And that'll be enough for the first down as he gets out to the 48-yard line. Tackle made by Riley Shropshire. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First down's brought to you by Turner Hauser Insurance of Lincolnton. Peters back to pass, looks downfield, throws. Pass is intended for Estes, but getting a hand in there and breaking it up. 5, Riley Shropshire. Shropshire with a good break on that is able to get a hand in front of the receiver and deflect the pass. 2nd and 10. Peters throws on the flat. He's got Graybeal. He's brought down immediately. As soon as he made the catch, he's hit by Sarai Sherrills. Nice open field tackle. Hit him right in the legs and dropped him. So again, a lot of players we've not seen normally are getting in the game on defense and offense. You can see a lot of starters for East Lincoln standing on the sideline. Peters takes the snap, drops back, throws. He's got a receiver out on the left side. It's Luke Peterson. Peterson goes down the sideline, gets to the 30-yard line, another Turner Hauser Insurance first down. And this is the furthest that Ashe County has been down the field the entire game.
Peterson's catch and run gives the Huskies a first and 10 at the Mustangs.
First and 10, 30-yard line of the Mustangs. Best drive of the night. Peters throws, and it's intercepted. Picked off by number 82, Braylon Smith. Intended receiver was Luke Peterson again. But Smith, with good coverage, steps in front, picks it off, and looked to be about one tackle away from going the distance. There was not anybody behind after if he had been able to get out of that one. So that'll be the last play of the third quarter. Clock is down to 8 seconds. Mustangs are going to let it run out. Very quick third quarter. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this 60-second timeout on the Lincoln County playoff game of the week.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable, quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home. Stop in and see us here at First Federal Savings Bank today. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
New quarterback. Back at East Lincoln, fourth quarter has started, and the substitutions continue liberally. Now in at quarterback for the Mustangs, number 15, Hunter Bowling. He completed a pass on first down, but the receiver slipped and went to a knee, killed the play for a loss of 1. Handoff up the middle. 81, Virgil Bingham again. He was churning the legs. They were churning in the air as he was lifted up by Eli Mast, who made the tackle. Gain of about 5 on the play. 3rd and 6. Bowling looks over to Coach Beam, the offensive coordinator. No play clock.
No play clock.
Running clock. They don't even have a play clock. Pass by Bowling is complete. He's got L.J. Forney with a reception. He'll be short of the first down. Short slant pass to Forney, and it'll be about 4th and 1. Referees wasted no time winding the clock between quarters. It only took 49 seconds from the end of the third quarter until they had the clock rolling in the fourth quarter. Appears the referees have seen enough as well. No doubt as to the outcome. Ben Cutter comes in. It'll be the first punt of the night for East Lincoln. The crowd wanted him to go for it, but They're going to kick it away here. Cutter, who does a bit of the rugby-style kicking. High snap, and he does run it. Cutter on the fake. He's got the first down, goes out of bounds just over the 40, and East Lincoln will retain possession. That's the thing with the rugby kicker. They're always moving forward a little bit. It's very easy for them to go ahead and just run the ball. Oh, hold on. There may be a flag. Personal foul on the Mustangs. So is that after the play?
Yeah, still first. They're moving the chains with the ball.
Yep. So it must have been a dead ball. It's back to the 26-yard line. So they lost several yards but got a first down. And the clock is running. Score out of town. Hendersonville now has a 22-7 lead over West Lincoln. Virgil Bingham on the handoff, goes around the left side. That's 21, excuse me. That is Walker Hurty. Walker Hurt. Again, we're seeing a lot of players we have not seen at this point, so if we have wrong pronunciations, we apologize. Gain of 4. Bowling hands off to Hurt again. Bounces over the right side. Gain of a couple. Yeah, there's a lot of running clocks around the area. Chase with 46-point lead. Murphy 47. Andrews 49. Here it's 51. Burns is up 50. That's what happens in the first round of the state playoffs. A lot of mismatches. Bowling hands off again. Hurt bounces it to the outside. That didn't work. Tackle's made by Luke Osborne. And that'll bring up 4th down. So we'll see if East Lincoln actually punts this time. Ben Cutter's into the game. Ashe County's not believing he's going to punt. They have everybody within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. So number 8, Chris Daly, is sent off. He was going to be the up back blocker. Some kind of equipment issue. And now we've got a flag. Colin Estes has dropped back into receive. There's a 5-yard penalty on the Mustangs. It'll make it 4th and 9. 6 minutes to go in the game. We may run out of time before this punt. Cutter goes ahead and punts it this time. Sky-high punt, not very long. Takes an Ashe County bounce, and for some reason an Ashe County player falls on it. Kevin Tinsley fell on the ball. He didn't need to. It was actually gaining yardage back for them. 5.5 to go, rolling clock. Ashe County takes over. Best field position of the game. They're at the East Lincoln 42-yard line. And again, the only issue to be settled at this point is the margin and whether the Huskies can get on the scoreboard.
Starting in a good spot.
So Peters, back to pass, throws it in the flat, dropped.
A wide open receiver.
Luke Osborne, wide open.
Just goes through his hands.
Might have turned his head to see where he was going to go downfield before making the catch. So it falls incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Peters again in the shotgun. Back to pass. Looks downfield, throws. He's got a receiver open down there. It's caught. It's Estes. And he's going to get it in the end zone. And so one of the big questions has been answered. The Huskies get on the scoreboard with a 42-yard touchdown pass from Peters to Estes. And with a running clock of 4 minutes left, it's 51-6 Mustangs with a What's Up Shopper extra point to come. Actually, probably more of a conversion attempt. And up in Hendersonville, West Lincoln has scored, and they have cut the margin to 22-15 with 3.5 to go in the third period. Little confusion on Ashe County setting up for the conversion. Not an issue. The clock's been running this whole time. Little razzle-dazzle in the backfield, double handoff. And the two-point conversion is batted down. Number 33, King Watkins, knocks it down. So on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, with 3 minutes to go, Mustangs 51, Huskies 6. In Maiden, Blue Devils have now gone out to a 2-score advantage. They've passed to Culliver for a touchdown, and it's 34-20, Maiden over Polk County.
Light rain starts to fall there, Dave. Don't think it'll have a great effect on the game.
I don't think so. And afterwards, when I go to leave, I'm not sweet enough to melt anyway.
Makes that aerial comeback for Ashe County just a little less probable.
Yeah, I think it's low probability at this point, don't you?
East will continue to pound it out on the ground.
Shelby, 17-7 lead, but that's just before halftime, so I think that's an old score. Burns over Moorhead, 56-6.
Smelling another onside kick, apparently.
Yep, why not? Gets a big high hop.
That's good, Adam. They about forgot to guard the guy.
Yes, they did.
They didn't really even go up after it.
Braylon Smith goes up and pulls it in.
Yeah, he about took off with it, too.
Tell you what, that's been the best part of their kicking game. That's two real good onside kicks. All the rest of the scores don't look like they've updated much since the last time I've looked at them here. So we're down to 1:18. This will be the final possession of the game. Handoff. Up. No, that's not. That's 20. Eddie McGill.
He didn't find any room.
Not much room there. Gain of maybe.
None.
We'll give him 2.
Giving him 2. It didn't move. The stick didn't move, Dave. You just giving him 2 because it's second
Why
down.
not?
Give him a couple. Why not?
I mean, it's 48 seconds. It's a big lead. Let's be generous.
All right. Gills
Well, the
gets
original
2
spot looked like it was a 2-yard gain. Then they moved it back.
It didn't move a bit.
That's my story.
2 inches.
Okay. I had the 2-part right. And it's the victory formation for the Mustangs.
The kneel down. He races all that hard work Gil did on first down.
I know it. And he worked hard for those 2 inches.
There they
But that'll do it. Clock is still running, but that is the last play of the game. Both teams are coming out to shake hands. So the final score here will be East Lincoln 51, Huskies 6. The Mustangs will advance to the second round of the playoffs next week since they're a high seed. It will be here. The opponent to be determined. So we're going to take a 2-minute timeout here, tally up all the stats, and have a recap of the game. Again, 2-minute timeout here on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
It's time to take charge with the new Volkswagen ID.4 EV from Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. It's the first electric SUV for everyone. Classic Volkswagen is a Carfax top-rated dealer and the winner of the 2022 Consumer Satisfaction Award. You can even buy online. And be sure to check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit the website at classicvwgastonia.com. But better yet, drop by soon. 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. That's Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Now through October, mention this radio ad and you can save on a one-time maintenance special from Rye Heating and Air in Lincoln. This program is regular $135, but now through October is just $75. Don't wait till it breaks. Get a preventive maintenance today to ensure your system is in safe working condition for the long winter season. Also, take 10% off all air purification products and smart thermostats. Again, mention this radio ad and save at Rye Heating and Air. Call 980-389-0008 or visit the website at ryeheatingandair.com.
What's the best way to explain the golf at Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden? It's world-class golf for the working class. Yes, golf is never better than it is at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden, with special programs for seniors, men, ladies, and juniors, plus a driving range, banquet facilities, and a swimming pool, picnic area, and more. For your tee time or other questions, call 828-428-2451. The Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road in Maiden. It's world class for the working class.
Back at East Lincoln, very one-sided affair here. East Lincoln will advance to the next round of the playoffs. It appears their opponent will be Tuscola, currently with a 2-touchdown lead, but this game ended so early. That one's still in progress. So it's time now for the Stadium Postgame Show, brought to you by United Bank, with locations in Lincoln, Boger City, Denver, and Vail. And first up on the postgame show will be a recap of the game, brought to you by Kiever Pharmacy of Lincoln. Jason, take it away.
All right, Ashe County found a little success through the air, especially with the big hit there to end the game. Number 80, 46-yard touchdown reception, 42-yard touchdown reception, 167 yards through the air on 21 attempts. Only 18 on the ground, only handed it off 8 times, but the East Lincoln defense and the score being the way it was, a lot of aerial attack was called for. Just couldn't seem to get anything into the end zone as the East Lincoln defense almost shut them out. Scored with 3.5 minutes left in the game, and those were the only 6 points they had. A long pass to Estes by Peters. So 167 through the air, 18 on the ground, and 1 touchdown there late in the game. Never really a threat to East Lincoln here, as East Lincoln busted out for 6 touchdowns in the first half.
Yes.
And a field goal.
And a field goal.
Running clock through the second half, so they only had 1 more touchdown there in the second half, a 5-yard pass from Mazzell to Shropshire to end out the East Lincoln scoring. First two passing plays of the game were a 55-yard strike and a 46-yard strike, both to Walker. That was a very odd punt reception in the end zone. That was a touchdown.
It was strange.
It was in the kicking team's end zone. So 20-yard touchdown pass to Bean. 17-yard run by Mazzell. 14-yard run by Daly. And a 30-yard field goal by Rojas to end the first half, with Shropshire's touchdown being the long touchdown of the second half. 148 yards on the ground tonight. No one particular running back did it all. Daly had 42 and a touchdown. Mazzell had 40 and a touchdown, 2-point conversion. Cutter had 11. And Bingham in relief in the second half had 49 yards to end up being the leading rusher for the Mustangs. And Hurt took a few carries for 6 yards there in the end, just to spell Bingham from time to time. Passing game put up 158 yards. Only took 8 receptions to do that. Again, Walker had 2 receptions for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns himself. Beam had a touchdown, 48 yards on 3 catches. Clark, Shropshire, and Forney each had a catch apiece. Clark and Forney both for 3 yards, but Shropshire had a big 5-yard touchdown that ended the contest there in the fourth quarter.
So that's your Kiefer Pharmacy recap of the game. And next up will be the sub of the game, brought to you by Subway of Boger City.
Yeah, we decided we'd give that one to Bingham today. He carried the ball the whole second half, actually ended up with 7 carries, tied for the most, and 49 yards. The leading rusher tonight wasn't able to find the end zone, though. Bingham is our defense, or our sub of the game. That brings up our offensive and defensive players of the game. Offensive player of the game sponsored by Rhodes and Bill Oil Company of Lincolnton. Decided the offensive player of the game tonight would go to Walker. Walker, the leading receiver, they only had 2 catches. They were 2 big catches for 55 and 46 yards, first 2 touchdowns of the game. So he has 101 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. He's tonight's offensive player of the game, sponsored by Rhodes and Bill Oil Company of Lincoln.
Over on the defensive side, there's any number of players that could be chosen. Great performances for a lot of the East Lincoln defense, and defensive player of the game is brought to you by Triad Corrugated Metals of Lincolnton.
Giving that one tonight to Hampton Good. Had 2 interceptions on the defensive side. There were a few other interceptions here and there, but Good had two big interceptions to himself, and really made a difference in the first half there, keeping the ball in East Lincoln's hands and away from Ashe County. So number 7, Hampton Goods, our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Triad Corrugated Metals of Lincoln.
And our overall player of the game is brought to you by Rye Heating and Air of Lincolnton.
All right, we're giving that one tonight to the West Virginia commit. All right, Ben Cutter, who had an outstanding defensive effort, chipped in a little bit on offense, but just seemed to be all over the field there in the first half to shut out what was typically a pretty potent Ashe County offense. They came in giving up a lot of points, but they also were averaging 30-some a game and didn't manage to get onto the board until late in the second half when the subs were in the game. And they did manage to finally put them up a score with not much time left in the fourth quarter. So tonight's overall player of the game also had an interception of his own, but goes to Ben Cutter. He's your overall player of the game, brought to you by Rye Heating and Air.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
he did pick up a pass. He almost got to the end zone with it, too.
Yeah.
Got down inside the 10.
Yep, and they tried to hand it off to him right after that, which is pretty typical. You make a big play and get close to score, and they'll give you a chance. But there's I think there was a penalty on that particular play,
I think
so he didn't get in.
Yeah, I think there was. And then there were other times he was in the backfield as a lead blocker a couple times for Chris Daly.
Yeah.
So our overall player of the game, Ben Cutter. So that should wrap it up here on the Stadium Postgame Show, brought to you by United Bank with locations in Lincolnton, Boger City, Denver, and Vail. The final score, Mustangs 51,